So this poem is a political poem. I don't really write political poems very much, but my family is a military family. Anybody else in here? No? Okay. Well, my father was in the military for 22 years, and my cousins, my grandfather, basically all the men. And my stepsister, her husband, went to Iraq and now has post-traumatic stress disorder. So this is a poem roughly about that experience. Yeah. Lost identity is like a weapon of mass destruction because he spent years trying to find himself with no success. The veils and the sandstorms left him confused, so he lost himself under the bulletproof. He was a biped caravan, but only managed to find broken artifacts and inquiries in the sand, nothing but minefields in the shape of question marks, and the only hope he had left was in a single blooming cactus trying to raise the dead. He protected it, but now no longer belonged in the American dream. Checkout clerk at the local supermarket, each can of Campbell's is an IED, and he doesn't quite remember what that used to stand for outside of military speak, but he knows he's afraid to touch it, and everybody looks at him like he's some kind of freak, but that thing killed 2 of his bunkmates and commanding officers. Now he's threatening a customer in the parking lot with a janitor's mop and a set of car keys. See? They're playing with his sanity. The pills they keep giving him are just technicolor explosions going off in his gut trying to re-indoctrinate his programming, but I swear the rocket's already engaged and his brain's on autopilot. So 3 weeks after he was fired from his second job, he sobbed in his wife's arms and told her all he wanted to do was go back. Felt more comfortable with dead bodies in Iraq than he does touching his own children. He sleeps in the basement for fear he might strangle his wife in her slumber. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a ravenous dream, and that's why he feels like he's burning alive, fraying his nerves like a machete wearing into a Bedouin's thigh and languishing as an abandoned missile with a warning imprinted on the side. After high school, he was just like all of us. Only instead of becoming a pothead, he is now a 30-year-old warhead, made obsolete in a society that trained him to fight, but now only wants peace. So the pitter-patter of his 2-year-old's feet is enemy gunfire to the left, and crayons on the page are like the scratching of torture instruments. So when his son asks him about the colors, all he can remember is the blood. Rosebush red reminds him of an Iraqi man he once knew. He stood over his body and watched as it drew on the sands as if it were a canvas. So he asked his son if he wouldn't mind painting the roses blue. If only children could leave their coloring books blank. Maybe then that desert flower dancing between my cousin and that insurgent could have been the white flag they both needed. And I wonder if the enemy still sleeps at night. If he's got technicolor pills popping in his insides too, wonder if he thinks of my cousin and begs his son to paint the roses blue. My name is Private Jones, member of Alpha Squadron Battalion 6, and these are the only words that comes to his lips when his wife asks him if he still loves her.